Greeting from Smart English Academy. Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Alhamdulillah, we have got our honorable teacher, Joshim sir, the director and CEO of Smart English Academy. Inshallah, we will discuss about English. How can we expert in English? So first of all, I would like to request Joshim sir say something about this program.
Okay, sir, thank you for inviting me. Actually, I am really pleased by coming here. I don't have any plan to come here, but suddenly this program was arranged. So I am also grateful to you and also our Rocky sir to arrange this program.
Well, sir, I think you know very well that English is most important language. That means if you know English, you can survive yourself in all over the world. That's why, actually, who doesn't want to learn English perfectly? Everyone wants to learn, but practice, no one. More or less, 90% doesn't practice to learn English. Actually, when first time not only I, but also maximum people afraid after hearing English. So I would like to request you, could you please explain why are they afraid after hearing the English sentence? Is it really difficult or possible to capture, sir?
Well, sir, actually, it's not difficult for anyone, but if anybody wants to be skilled in English, first of all, he or she has to practice a lot. But if you don't practice in right way, if your practice session is continuously going for a long time, but you are not getting the right path, which way you should practice every day. And I can share my opinion. Actually, in 2017, I admitted myself at a renowned coaching center. I don't want to mention that name. After admitting myself, believe it or not, I continued my classes for 6 months and I couldn't speak English. I told my honorable teacher, sir, what's the reason behind it? Why can't I do it? And sir told me that, brother, you need to practice more and more. So actually, that time I didn't get the right path, which way I should practice every day. So my suggestion is that if anybody wants to be skilled in English, first of all, he or she has to practice in the right way. Suppose there are many people in our society actually who can speak English, but they make so many mistakes in their grammatical accuracy and also pronunciation, other things. But if someone wants to speak English without any inertia, first of all, he or she needs to practice English. In our society, actually, at present who are being able to speak English, if they speak with someone, they are not evaluated properly. Sometimes they are neglected by many people. You are showing your performance, I can't but speak English, but you are telling me speak English again and again. It's their personal matter, but the thing is that you have to do it, you have to practice everywhere. That's why it will be possible for everyone to be fluent of speaking English. Apart from that, I should mention other thing. Actually, if any person wants to be skilled in English, first of all, he has to learn some basic lessons. Without these lessons, actually, it's not possible for anyone to be a good speaker. Moreover, actually, in our country, actually, it's our academic problem, which way we were taught in our school level and also high school level. Even after that, everybody in our country, most of the people, after completing their master's program and honors program, they are not able to speak English. So if you follow the Indian people, they can speak English in their school life, but their academic program is fully okay. They are taught the language, they are not taught the English. So this is the thing, we have to believe it. So I think it's enough for us, which suggestion I have shared with you, and also by which way I have learned my English journey.
It's my perception. I followed more or less 10 or 5 to 10% Just 5 to 10% are successful. The why rest of the person are unsuccessful? That means what's the reason behind it? Number one, they don't practice perfectly, or this is some problem in the coaching center. Actually, what's the reason behind it?
Well, sir, actually, in our society, what is happening? Actually, I don't want to blame any coaching center, but actually, first of all, you have to understand that who are coming to learn the spoken English or speaking English. Actually, most of the people actually they can't speak English, and if someone is able to speak English, they think that if I do one course, it's possible for me to speak English. But I would like to say something about this, that every coaching center, most of the coaching centers, they design their course by taking 24 or 26 or 30 classes. But when anybody comes to the coaching center to do only one spoken course, he or she thinks that actually if I do one course, I will be a fluent speaker, it's enough for me. Because when anybody admits their self or enrolls their self in their coaching center, also coaching center authority tells it. But after doing 12 or 14 classes, they think that it's not possible for me. Or when they are taught 8 or 10 lessons, but they are not able to deliver their lessons in front of the audience or to the SARs, that time they become disappointed and they think that it's not possible for me. And if you see, when any batch starts by taking like 30 or 35 students in any coaching center, and if you observe when his or her 20 or 21 class is held, that time you will see only 6 or 7 students, because we are not enough patient, we don't have enough patient to practice English. They think that I need only 2 or 3 months. But believe it or not, if anybody wants to be skilled in English, he or she has to spend minimum 6 or 7 months. Now I would like to say something about your second question, that you have told me that it is the fault of people, students or the coaching center. So I should mention some things, that if any coaching center provides one course by taking 24 or 30 classes, it's not possible for them to teach their students properly. At least they should judgment there. When anybody goes to any coaching center, first of all, coaching center should arrange a test for them, whether he or she has a basic idea about English. After that, they should give the information, the person, we have checked you where is your English level, and if you'd like to learn English from me or from our coaching center, you have to spend minimum 6 or 8 months. And I'd like to add something with that. Actually, when anybody does his or her class, suppose I enrolled myself in one coaching center and I did one spoken course, or sir suggested me to do it the second time, I did. But now I know the lesson. So now what should I do? I have to practice a lot, because I know the grammar, I know the English now. Now I have to practice. But most of the coaching center, it isn't happening. That's why people become disappointed and they leave the place.
Thank you, sir. It was a really nice answer. Sir, we were discussing about different type of coaching centers in Dhaka city. Well, except coaching center, there are a few English online course systems. There are, I don't want to mention any coaching centers name who are giving us online. Suppose someone lives at village, he or she isn't able to be in Dhaka city. It can be, there are many reasons, suppose economic reason and so on. I don't want to mention it. So who depends on online different type of English course, actually what should they do? Is it right way or wrong way, or what should they do to be a good speaker in English?
Well, sir, actually every side has some good things and bad things. So at present we are in modern era, and also we faced some lockdowns and shutdowns. Actually, when we were in lockdown, we didn't go anywhere. We were bound to stay in our house. That time, online courses was online. Some online English courses were too much popular, and also during COVID situation, I did one course under a renowned writing teacher. I think I used my valuable time in a proper way to learn the writing to learn English, especially writing. If anybody does online course, it has some positive sides and also negative sides. Actually, if he or she utilizes his time by connecting with some social sites, like if any coaching center provides online course at present, also they create WhatsApp group and messenger group. If they do their classes by taking or if they do their classes, and if after completing their class, if they practice, if they do group practice, I think it will be more good. Actually, last in Ramadan during COVID-19, believe it or not, we did group practice up to performing Sehri, and whole night we practiced English, and Alhamdulillah we were able to learn so many things. If anybody does the same thing, I think it's possible to him or her to be skilled in English.